What's going on, people? Just making sure that this is all working because obviously I've decided to go live for this one first time doing it live. So one second.
Making sure that this is all working because obviously I've decided to go live for this one first time.
There we go. Don't need to hear me twice. All right, so welcome back to the channel. Back again, obviously this time we're gonna do a post-match review of that game. Now, Manchester United won, Brighton 3, and that was a shocking game. That was poor from the team. You know, we didn't do well at all, really. I think let me be more structured with this year. First and foremost, we started the game off as I expected. You know, in terms of you played well. You were at home. We're playing on the front foot. And to be honest, even before that, let's look at the starting lineup. Right, we have starting lineup of what's good? Love you too, bro. Shout out. My team are not doing us any favors. But let's before I look into the comments, let's focus on the game. Yeah, right. So we started off with Ten Hag, right? Playing a front line of we had on the left we had Rashford, which is good. We had Højlund up front, and then now I was a bit confused because I thought Bruno was playing on the right hand side, but then you saw that McTominay was in the middle of the park, and then you saw that Casemiro was there with Eriksen. So then you're thinking, okay, what's going on here? And then our back line was decent initially. You look at right back, you're like, wait, hold on, that's not Wan-Bissaka. It's Dalot on the right hand side. So does that mean that we're playing regular left back? Yes, it is. So we're playing regular left back, and straight away you're thinking Lindelof and Martinez centre back, right? On our own goal. You're thinking, okay, I'm not sure about this. I'm not sure about this, Ten Hag. What are you doing here? I'm really not sure about this. But you have to trust the manager. Let's see what we've got. And if I'm honest, in terms of overall, Reguilon didn't have a bad game, and I wouldn't say it's because of Reguilon or Dalot that we didn't win this game. And also, Ten Hag is saying that Wan-Bissaka was ill pre-game, or during the week, so he couldn't start the game. Cool. Then you're moving into the middle, right? You're moving into that McTominay, Eriksen, and Bruno midfield. Was it really them? No, because then you had Casemiro, obviously, and I think Bruno was playing on the right-hand side at times, but the system was a mess. And Ten Hag said pre-game that he was trying to try this new system, a slightly different system. It was kind of like a diamond. Well, actually, what I saw it was obviously we had like 4 in defense. Then we had Casemiro sitting. Then you almost had like Bruno, Eriksen, and McTominay playing as a 3 behind Højlund and Rashford. And obviously sometimes Bruno then shifted it up to the right. But ultimately, it did not work, right? I wasn't a big fan of it. And it's a shame, really, when you think about it, because it could have been so much better. In that first 20 minutes, we were doing all right. We had 6 shots on goal in the first 20 minutes, and then Brighton get 1 shot and they scored a goal. And it's just this typical United way at the moment. You know, we start well, don't take our chances, can't score our goals, and then concede and crumble. And that is literally what's going on at the moment. And the game overall, like I said, it wasn't bad. We then had that great goal from Rashford. Great work from Rashford on the left-hand side. I think one thing let's get some positives out, right? One thing that I would like to say that Rashford did play well at times today. He was getting down the line. I liked the fact that he was getting down that byline, taking his guy on down the outside, and then trying to get cutbacks into Højlund. Did it twice. Did it second time, and we got the goal from it with Højlund. But then it was off. It was not offside. VAR said that the ball went out of line. Now, I don't know, right? I'm biased, yeah. And you man can tell me when you see this in the comments, or whoever's in the live chat. Thanks, Daps. It looked like it was still on the field for me, but I am biased. I'll say that much, right? So, you think the team will kick on from there? No, we do not. We have our typical crumble. Like, we just, when things go against us, and it seems like a lot is going against us, I call this the thumbnail, the chaos and crisis. It feels like there's just chaos off the pitch, and we're not playing well enough on the pitch. And then obviously then you get into the second half, and you're hoping that the team will, play better second half, kick on again. And it just wasn't. It just was not it. And I don't know where we're going from here. I really don't know what to say about the team anymore. We've got so much work to do, and it's just heartbreaking that we are just rubbish. I think the season is almost a write-off. We've won 2 games from 5. We conceded 10 goals already. We've lost this home form thing that we've got. 20 games unbeaten, done, game over. There's no more 20 games unbeaten. And right now, the crisis that I'm talking about right now is the fact that everybody is getting onto Ten Hag. Let's talk about this game specifically. Yes, Ten Hag has a lot to answer for. Why not just keep the system as it is, play Palestri on that right-hand side, and let the team just continue the way they're going? I don't know if he's long-term, he's looking to change the way we play. You know, maybe instead of McTominay, it'll be Amrabat playing that position. And, you know, maybe as a result, we'll get more from the midfield, because our midfield was overrun today. De Zerbi saw that they were struggling in the first 20 minutes. So then what happened? Solly March and Danny Welbeck dropped back and helped the midfield. So then we got overrun. We didn't have anybody in the midfield at that point, or enough players in the midfield at that point, because Højlund wasn't going to come back into the midfield. Rashford definitely wasn't going to come back to the midfield. So we were overrun. So I don't know if maybe if we had Amrabat in, maybe that's what Ten Hag is thinking. Okay, cool. This is the system I want to play going forward. This is going to work with Amrabat in there. I don't know. Like, it just, for me, it just wasn't working, right? It just wasn't working. I wasn't enjoying it. So, going back to the point, yeah, the crisis. Everyone is getting on to Ten Hag. So, yes, I agree. This game, criticize. This game, have a go at Ten Hag and say, look, what are you doing, mate? What's going on here with this team lineup? But what do we want? What do we like? Where are we going with this? What do we want from this? Like, do we want Ten Hag to be sacked? Is that what we're saying? You know, people are saying, you know, oh, he hasn't. You know, he came out and said when he first joined the team, when we first hired him as manager, oh, he's gonna, you know, first of all, with the Sancho thing, change standards. He's going to, you know, increase. He's going to what's the thing with the end eras with City and Liverpool kind of thing? Obviously, that's not ending right now. Not with him anyway. Not with us, the way we've been playing. But are we really saying that we want Ten Hag out? Like, I cannot get behind that. Not right now. Not the way with the kind of chaos that he's having to deal with off the pitch. From the jump, from this very start, this guy had to deal with Ronaldo. He had to deal with Maguire as captain. He had to deal with the whatever culture was within this team. Remember 2 seasons ago under Ranić, we were in a mess. Like, a lot of us have stopped watching this team with any confidence or any belief in this team. So, look, I can't say Ten Hag. I can definitely not say Ten Hag out. I can definitely not say, you know, we should get rid of him right now. But I will agree that there are serious problems with this team, serious problems with the way he's trying to get this team to play. But bear in mind, this guy has had to deal with so much. Anyway, so that's my views on Ten Hag. Anyway, and I'd welcome your views. I'd welcome what people are saying in terms of, you know, if we get rid of Ten Hag, where are we going next? It's just going to be another manager comes in and then also gets the same kind of treatment, the same kind of thrown on the bus, the same kind of player power that is going on at the club. We need a disciplinarian. We need a guy like Ten Hag to come in and set some rules, set some principles. And, you know, I'm hoping, obviously, that his game plan, the way he's playing going forward, will be the truth. But I'm struggling to see it right this very second because we just lost the game against Brighton. Secondly, you know, let's say you bring in a De Zerbi. Let's say you bring in a Ange Postecoglou, right? Because these guys are the flavors of the season. Everybody's like, oh, you know, Ange which is heartbreaking, right? Spurs. I was literally watching that game thinking, okay, at least Spurs lost. You know, at least City at the time were drawing. But you knew City were going to win, right? So you're just thinking, at least these guys are dropping points so we're not falling further behind. Nope. Last minute, Richarlison, of all people, even Richarlison scores, bro. I can't. Oh, anyway, going back to that, right? You bring in Postecoglou, you bring in De Zerbi, whoever you want to bring in, they're going to suffer as well. There's a curse on this team or something on this club that it's just a hard job for anyone to take. So it's either we get behind the manager. Yes, it's either we get behind the manager that we have. If we see enough in him to say, you know what, he's a good enough manager. Look, if he was the one at Tottenham, if he was the one now at Brighton, or if he was still at Ajax, especially, you know, the last 2 seasons he had at Ajax before we got him in, everybody wanted him. We all wanted him. So he could have gone to Tottenham. If it was him at Tottenham, then we'd all be saying, oh, man, maybe we should get Ten Hag in because whoever it is that we've got now isn't doing the job. So it just goes to show that we need to just bear in mind that there's so much to this job that clearly it's just a poison chalice for these men. So anyway, let me leave it there. Let me just leave it there because I just keep ranting. In terms of positives, there probably aren't many positives. The positive is we started well. Højlund looked good. I don't know why he got taken off, but there was resounding boos around the whole stadium when he got taken off. But maybe it's fitness issue, maybe he's just getting back up to speed. Who knows? It turned into chaos because Ten Hag just started making all sorts of subs, and then Brighton started cutting through us because obviously at that point, if you're making that many subs and you're losing structure, you're losing discipline. Brighton are still disciplined. They're still playing their game plan. They're gonna cut through you with ease. So yeah, going forward now, we've got Bayern next on Wednesday. I can't tell you I'm being confident. Bayern looked, as I saw their game against Bayer Leverkusen on Friday, and they give you chances, but they also score goals. Problem with us is we get chances, we don't take the chances. So if we get those chances against Bayern, are we even going to take them? And they do score goals. And plus, we're away again. I don't know what to say. I really don't know what to say. Shout out Dapo in the chat. I love you too, bro. My team are not doing me any favors. That's right. Anyway, like I said, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks everyone for watching. As always, you know, if you watch this later on, I thought I'd do a live. Just keep it nice and brief, nice and quick, because this team is just giving me stress and hypertension and more stress. I need to get into another sport, I think. Anyway, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and let me know what you think we're going to be doing. Where do we go from here? I think I put on the banner. Where do we go from here?